You know, I see videos all the time about the best Pokemon stuff and the worst Pokemon stuff, but you know what's more interesting to me? How absolutely mid Electrode is. There's a fine line between some of the worst designs and some of the best designs, and that's where mid Pokemon stand. I want to go through all the generations, but today we are going to look at the most mid Gen 1 Pokemon and why they're just mid. If you don't for real understand the concept of mid, you can just think of it as, damn, she mid, but damn, she thick! So let's get right into this list of mid Pokemon designs from Kanto. First off, let's talk about Dewgong. Now, while you most likely not see Dewgong get hated on other than just for being a literal Dewgong, with it being a cartoon Dewgong with a horn and some teeth, the pinnacle of mid is this Pokemon. Its name is mid, its typing is mid, its stats are mid, shiny's mid, and the design is cute. I mean, Dewgong is a beauty, but when comparing it side by side to all the non-mid Generation 1 Pokemon, it's pretty bland. Speaking of bland, what's up with Goldeen and Seaking? These Nemos find their way into every Pokemon region, but you'll never catch somebody using one unless it's a Nuzlocke. I understand that the first generation is gonna have some bland designs, but I don't see a reason to throw them in every single new game. As a Pokemon fan game developer myself though, I will say that Goldeen is a great fillermon for bullshit trainer battles. So at the end of the day, I guess I kind of understand it. Now, notice that when we look at Rapidash, we start to notice a trend with the horns. I swear, Ken Sugimori and all the other Game Freak artists finally put a horn on Lapras an hour before the game was finished and thought, wow, what if we gave all of our other animals a horn? And since horses don't have horns, maybe they aren't animals. Maybe we should call them pocket monsters. But seriously, I want to call Rapidash super mid, but it's definitely still on the spectrum. Without the flaming hell of Giratina on its back, this thing would be in line with the horrors of Jinx. But this is probably the only Pokemon on this list that's actually kind of cool. Now wait a second. What if we gave our animals 3 horns? No, 4 horns. Wait for it. 6 horns! No, seriously, Venomoth at the end of the day is a fantastical definition of mid. It's a moth, and it's purple. Cool. It learns psychic moves, though. I guess that's kind of neat. Golduck is gonna be the one that pisses everybody off. But please, just do me a favor. Pick up your brain and sit up with a fresh mind. And look at this thing. You cannot tell me that this thing doesn't have goblin ugly energy. It's not necessarily the worst design, it's just mid. And it's not even a psychic type. In Kingler Go Crab. I think chat makes a fan games crab is cooler. Good job, Toasty. With 3 more mons that I want to look at left, I want to take a moment to say, hey, if you've ever wanted to make your own mid Pokemon and actually see it inside of a Pokemon game, look no further than Chat Makes a Pokemon fan game. Join our community and you can make a Pokemon game with all of us live on YouTube. Link to the Discord and to the Chat Makes a Fan Game video in the description. I hope you didn't fall asleep for my ridiculous humor because Hypno is absolutely mid. Some would call this design an actual bad design for being creepy, but I can appreciate a creepy design. Creepy designs are great until it looks like this. Every pedo I have to block on social media, I imagine looking like this behind the screen. The only reason I call this Pokemon mid over just a full-on bad design is just because the lore and this face brings me happiness. Bro pulled a I'm really only gonna mention Cloyster to say one thing. My mind is in the gutter. Mid! Persian could be super cool. Genuinely, the sprites of it look great, but the second that Pokemon went 3D, I'm sure most of us realized that Persian is just a fucking big cat with a gem on its head for some reason. I guess when the horn doesn't work, you just throw something shiny and red on there and it looks fine. Its whole body is extremely pale and bland, and it really gives off Power World vibes if you look at it from an objective point of view. But subjectively, we all love Persian because of Giovanni, Gen 1, and the fact that it's a cat. We like cats. Mid-ass Pokemon. Check out Chat Makes a Fan Game and create a fan game with us today. Submit Fakemon, Gym Leader applications, and more. The video in this end card explains it all. Thank you for subscribing and becoming a part of the Taste Buds. You're my taste bud now.